To what do I owe this pleasure? I will be thinking about you. Certainly less auspicious than New Atlantis, is it not?
Keep a lookout. Notify him.
Oh, nothing bad.
Hi there.
Take your time. And ask. We got lots of stuff. Just ask. Cool. That's what we do here. Sounds like a plan. Yeah, but... Come back anytime.
Invoices can be collected from the... Oh. Not here for a delivery, are you?
Do you now? Well, I do wish I could help you, Captain, but Dr. Walker has been missing for some time.
A shame, too. We had such high hopes for Percival. I brought him on myself to do medical and biological consulting around the city. Not the sort of work the Trade Authority traditionally does. But we thought it had the potential to become a whole new type of revenue stream for our branch. I invested no small amount of personal capital into the endeavor. But then he decided to run off after a discipline issue. I presume the miners have him hidden somewhere. Plenty of cracks on this old rock. But at this point, it's probably for the best. They were all devils. Red devils. I presume a number of them served alongside Dr. Walker. Dr. Walker decided to start brewing in something his contract expressly forbade, as perhaps a little too severely, but well within legal limits.
That won't be necessary. The Trade Authority isn't interested in employing someone so unreliable. But we would like the money he owes us. If you can convince him to pay his debts, we'd be most grateful.
Just this one time? I am all too aware that once one starts doing favors for the Trade Authority, it can be difficult to stop.
Why? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest it's accrued, I believe it's something. So if you were able to find him...
It is your choice, but be careful. Do not let him talk you into more.
Wonderful.
I suggest paying a visit to the Sixth Circle. what I suppose is technically a bar on the lowest level of the city. If anyone knows where Percival is, the miscreants there would. But I would urge caution. They're not a group known for their hospitality.
Was there something? I don't recall the exact figure. If you're feeling
of living on Mars,
be my guest.
United Colonies are proud to support the citizens of Sidonia.
Was there something else? Do you now? Let me take it. Here. And do remember all understandable.
I was just thinking about you. Are you sure you must go?
Broken Spear's upstairs. Go drown yourself there. This bar's for Devil's vets and their kin. The hell you just say to me? I gotta...
Andy, sit down. You. Don't appreciate some stray wandering into my bar, harassing my patrons. Even the ones I should have cut off 2 drinks ago. Now spit out what you want, or march.
Doc Walker? You're barking up the wrong...
Hey, enough. And you, why don't you come over here, Captain?
The red eyes are some badge of honor, I take it? They would be difficult to conceal.
What?
Stray topsider wanders into my bar, asking after a man like Percival Walker. Raises questions. What do you want with him? What? Someone give him the keys to a battle cruiser? Look, you can make up whatever crazy story you want, but you should forget about Percival. Stop! Even if I did know where he was, I'm not telling some stray I don't know from a... Huh. Maybe there is something you can do. Percival's got this debt put on him by the Trade Authority. You make that go away, prove you're a friend of him and the rest of us devils, and... well, I'm always inclined to help a friend. Red Devils were the meanest Marine unit they used. Couldn't get in if you hadn't done at least once. Made us tough. It's why they chose us as the handlers for the UC xeno-weapons. Percival, though, he wasn't a grunt like all of us. But it was those monsters that did us in. When the colony war, Red Devils included. Me? Nah. Infantry officer. Monsters from the darkest corners of the... Armistice hurt us more than most, but... well... most straightforward way to take care of this debt would be to just sort... Of course, rumor is the Trade Authority keeps all their records, and if someone was to break in there and adjust
Crossing the Trade Authority could be perilous. There are real stakes here.
And I look forward to hearing the good news.
Maybe a bounty hunter?
Live where you work. Tired of commuting from distant systems to Sidonia every day? Lux condominiums have
Yeah?
available to rent.
Mm-hmm.
Heard you talking with Lou. So you're going to help Dr. Walker? Oh, no. I mean, I've got my suspicions, but... Yeah, sure. Listen, I know how you can do it without having to resort to any... B&E. Aqueous hematite. Mars is full of it. People think it's just garbage. But Percival and I, we've been working on some projects in the deep mines. At least when he wasn't slaving away at his trade authority contract. But we stumbled on a way to make it useful and profitable. If you give our research over to Octai at the trade authority, it should more than cover Percival's debt. That guy's always looking for an angle. No. Well, yes, but I'd help him make whatever the city was running low on that month, and we'd sell it to the miners for cheap. But the trade authority got wind, and it's mostly iron and about 3 centuries of human water runoff, though only Percival would be able to... But it builds up around human settlements and something about the Martian soil chain. Oh, I'm Cambridge. I was Percival's assistant. Well, apprentice, really. Knows experiments inside and out, and I know... Well, yeah. We were never able to finish the research. Spacers moved in and ran us out. Started setting up shop.
Oh, I know what comes next.
But if you can clear them out, I can walk you through how to finish the research. Then you can give it over to the trade authority. They'll get folks working in the deep mines again. Jobs come back, I become a modern-day folk hero. Then I don't have to sleep on an inflated spacesuit anymore. Biggest employer on Mars has always been Deimos Star. Fewer ships meant fewer minerals. A bunch of Paris. They're folks from the fringes of space, willing to put down anyone who tries to move in on what... Strange this group would pick Mars as a new home. Sure, we're not down. My guess is the authority tipped them off when they heard we were working down there. Great. So access to the deep mines can be found outside the city. It's not far. Shouldn't even need to hop back in your ship. We'd set up right near the main drill. Taking out the spacer leader should get the message across to the rest of them to buzz off. Once you've managed that, phone up here on the comms panel, and I can walk you through finishing the research.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to inform you that working too much overtime is harmful to your health. And any injuries or mistakes you incur while
Watch out for the robots. They're surprising.
can also harm your company's bottom line. Hello, love. You will think of me. I hope. There is no one I would. I am happy. Goodbye, dearest. Remain alert. Best to assume we have not seen the last of these spacers. I heard something. Are you prepared to die? Bring it. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
miners' quarters ahead, perhaps? Filled with more spacers, no doubt. My favorite. I keep. Leaving so soon. I cannot wait to kill you. Where have they gone? Cowards. Best not to leave anything useful behind. Anything of value? The Great Serpent. What have you got for me? I will be here for you, as always.
No one's here. I told you.
Hard to believe anyone found this to be a profitable exercise. Clearly it did not remain so. No way we can get through this. The caves in the back might be a suitable alternative. Not all of the resources have been stripped out of these caves, it seems. Not the best you can do. Give up already. victory. Hopefully they amount to something. I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Literally.
Hello? Took care of the spacers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330. Take care of all that, and we'll have Percival's name cleared in no time.
Password accepted. Initiating analysis. Compound analysis complete. Adding to existing notation. Complete. Process complete. You may collect your documentation.
elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room if the spacers didn't make off with it. I'll be waiting at the circle.
Yes?
I would move the stars for you. But I hope it does not come to that. Need to see what I...
I just read it in my book.
I am so
It means,
grateful.
more than enough. As in, as a superfluous amount of goods.
Used to think I was Vanguard material.
Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
We've got the slate. Let me see. Reduce joint wear? Oh, increase lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that? You can try if you feel confident, but I didn't want... So, you think you... Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck. A decent gain in miner efficiency is no joke when you're talking about this scale.
Hey there.
Was there something else? I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard. Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have a deal then. And here, a finder's fee from the Authority. A perfectly reasonable amount for a discovery with this sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Captain. If you stumble upon any more business opportunities,
I cannot, will not be a part of this!
was there something?
Aqueous hematite.
And exactly... But where's this hemat? The deep mines? Well now, we could contract and think what it would... And what do you want for them?
This is a promising find, certainly. I could... Was that it?
Unfortunately.
If you do find Dr. Walker, please tell him I'm looking forward to never seeing his face again.
Go off gravel.
Yeah? Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Here, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down. Appreciate the help.
I will not help you hurt people!
Where'd you go?
appreciate it. But I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts? Adrian sent you. Did she look okay? A terramorph. She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way? Adrian said that, huh? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I wasn't expecting guests. Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days. All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. She was disconcertingly correct, trying a little habit of Adrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was an entire city wiped off the map. The swarms were so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Talsetti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity.
The chances for survival, let alone maintaining any kind of functioning society, would be slim indeed.
So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You want to tell me what your plans are for it now? Because until now, the terramorphs that wiped out Londinian, what happened there? It was a trip. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, so I'd love to know what it is you're... The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going. Sample's safe. You got my word. That's right. UC shuddered at that. Figure no one else was. Plus, I knew the security was good enough. Lou hooked me up with some supply. Damn good thing he did, too. The ultimate sin. Medicine can get tight on Mars. Mining's plenty well, that friend told her friends. Before Trade Authority eventually found out. It was at that point I decided to take... It's certainly not good. Terramorphic... Londinian was horrible. Another sample, though, gets us one step closer to it becoming the rule. Someone spilled the beans, huh? Yeah, Hadrian and I. We're both former Xeno warfare. Since then, well, I've just been trying to make ends meet. Picking up jobs as a lab tech, a physician, a vet. Which is why, when the Trade Authority offered to... Guess I should have spent a little more time on that fine print.
If you're going to use the elevators or stairs to reach the other levels, try to keep them clean. I hate filing rooms.
The miners have a secret about something they call the heart. Ours? I overheard one of them talking about it. Later.
Is that really her? Hadrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
Hey, look. I didn't realize you were actually gonna help Percival. You're all right.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
That's definitely not what I thought I was signing you up for. But thank you. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. 1, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Well, when the Colony War came, the UC, Freestar, and House Varun. All information related to the things they decide. Now, it's possible to get things out of... And as to what our research is doing in there... The Cabinet's the UC's highest governing body. The President, top military brass, any major decision the UC... They're the only real chance we've got of unlocking the archives. So... Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done. No. We were both dismissed after the war for what we did. Our damage has been done. Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. Because the Terramorph project was... Terramorphs are too mean, too... The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a xeno-warfare logo on it. I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at them.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. That's all I'm asking. Thank you. Now I need to get this work up in the Cabinet's hands. Once that's done, I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
I am grateful for our time together, always. Indeed I do. I know that tone. Very well. What is it? Thank you, dearest. You are not so bad yourself. I'm sorry to see you go.